Strawberries in the summer are always welcome, but strawberries in the spring are even more welcome. I'd just like to plug alpine strawberries. You can grow them from seed, but they'll grow almost anywhere, edges of paths, grassy little banks. They're deliciously sweet. You really ought to try them. Most strawberries these days are being grown on what's called the table system, which is raised above the ground so the fruits don't get rain splashed or dirty. We can adapt the system as we see here, and I've grown varieties that got long fruiting trusses, the sorts that you can grow in tubs, containers, troughs, hanging baskets if you wanted to. A variety I find ideally suited to growing in this method is Sweetheart. We're looking at the strawberries now as they come to the end of their fruiting season. You can see that the berries are produced on the ends of these long stalks. The flowers are beginning to die off. And what we need to do is just cut them right back. And this is where strawberries are using for forcing early in the year, or you have in the garden. I grow all my strawberries in pots now and let them throw the trusses out over the edge. We're looking here at a variety called Roman. It's the first time I've grown it, and I've been impressed with it because it keeps producing green, healthy shoots and lots of flowers. And the first thing you notice is it produces pink flowers. But they're not ornamental. It's a first-class midsummer strawberry, and the fruits are produced at the end of long trusses that hang over the side of the pots. So you can use them in the balcony, you can use them on patios, you can use them anywhere where space is at a premium. Where Sweetheart is a summer flowering strawberry, Roman is what's known as a perpetual everbearer, which means it can flower over 5 months, usually from the middle of summer onwards. I also grow two other varieties to go with Roman, and that is Elan and San Andreas. And what you can do is, if you have a couple of pots of each, you can remove the flowers off half of the pot, say, in June, and then they will flower non-stop from the end of the month right the way through to the first frost of autumn, which could be the end of October or the middle of November. If you decide to grow your strawberries in pots like this, you just have to remember that every 2 to 3 seasons you have to take them out and repot them. If you want to propagate from them, then they put out runners, and you just peg a runner down into another pot during the middle of the summer. Now, as you can see with the San Andreas here, it's a little bit crowdy. It looks a little bit weaker than the others. It was the first one that I experimented with. But what I shall do for this winter time is just put it by for now and set it aside next year for propagating. But you see the truss of strawberries that I just removed. But as I say, it is the best way of growing them. You can move them around, you can keep them in the sun, you can put them by if you need to protect them in bad weather, and ensure of a strawberry crop every season without fail. Now move on to producing strawberries early in spring, and the varieties that you can use are anyone that you grow in the garden. But all you need to do at this time of the year is to cut them back to reveal the crowns, let them get frosted over a couple of nights, and then that initiates the flower buds. And then when you want to bring them into, it can be a cold frame, a cold greenhouse, all you need to do is to provide them with a little bit of extra warmth that will bring the plants into growth. And early on, flowers will be produced to be followed by berries. But the thing that you must avoid doing at this stage is overwatering them, and you will be rewarded with delicious little berries like this for any time from late March all through April, before the ones that you force outdoors come in. Just feed them once a week with tomato fertilizer just to keep the flower production going. Diolch, and thank you for watching. Goodbye for now, but if you would like to see any more, please hit the subscribe and like buttons.